friends, it's Janet, and today is day 22 of the 30-day yoga challenge. 30 yoga classes, 30 days in a row, and each class around 30 minutes long. So we've been really working hard over the last week or so and moving through the energy chakra centers of your body over the last few days. So today we're going to wind down a little bit, a little more relaxing, a little more stretching. And we move into the throat chakra, which is the third chakra of your in your body, and it's located, of course, right here in the throat, and it's called Vishuddha. And the energy or the element moved from earth, water, fire, air to ether, and ether is lighter than air. I want you to gather some props today. I'm going to use a blanket, 2 blocks, and a strap. So find something that is that in your house and come on down to seated. So for starting up with the blocks at the upper corners of the mat and have the strap nearby, take the blanket and make a little meditation cushion for yourself by folding the blanket over. And then sit toward the front edge of the blanket so that your knees fall away from your hips with a little more ease. Just keep adjusting until you feel like you're really settled in, maybe pulling the flesh of your tush back. We'll be seated like this for just a little while before we make another change. So as you come to seated comfortably on your mat, bring one hand to your tummy and one hand to your heart. Vishuddha chakra is about communication. And as we move through our practice today, I want you to open the lines of communication with your body. Listen to your body. Trust your gut. Hand on the belly. Listen with your heart, with your hand on the heart. A reminder to listen with love in your heart. And then close your eyes and really feel your body. With one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly, you can probably feel the movement of breath. How deep is your breath? Can you feel it flow in and out? And then bring your hands to prayer position, Anjali Mudra, right in front of your heart, and tuck your chin slightly toward your chest. When you lower the chin, you create a lock at the base of your throat, Jaladhara Bandha, which is a lock at the throat right where the Vishuddha chakra is. And this energy lock puts a little compression at your throat. And with this compression and your head bowed in reverence, set your intention to feel open to receiving information, communication from your body. And then lower your hands to your knees or thighs, lift your chin just a tiny bit, and begin to breathe in and out of your nose. We're cultivating Ujjayi breathing. It creates a little restriction at the back of your throat where the epiglottis muscle is, this magical muscle that knows to allow air to move down into the lungs, or food or water down into your stomach. And you hear a little whisper which is cleansing to Vishuddha, the throat chakra. Listen for that sound which might sound like the ocean waves or Darth Vader, heard a little more audibly on the exhale, perhaps. And then open your eyes and lift your chin all the way up. Letting your head drop back, feel the stretch at the front of your throat. Right through this shape, this space, is the thyroid and the parathyroid glands. The thyroid gland is a butterfly-shaped gland at the throat, which is helpful in regulating your metabolism, hormone balance, and mood regulation. With your gaze traveling upward and your head falling backward, move your jaw gently up and down. With your mouth slightly open, swivel your jaw slightly side to side. Feel the muscles in your face relax. And then seal your lips once again and bring your head up and back to neutral. Lower your left ear toward your left shoulder, feeling the gentle stretch in the right side of your neck. Just breathe. And then bring your head back up to neutral and lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Over the last 4 days, I've been teaching you about the chakra energy centers in your body. And I've shared with you just little bits of information about each of these energy centers. There's so much more. We've barely touched the surface. What's interesting to note, bring your head up to neutral and then lower your chin towards your chest. Looking down at your chest, watch the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Where these little disc-like vortexes or energy areas in your body that swirl, the chakra energy centers, are also the gathering of vital energy in your body, and organs or nerves or blood vessels come together in these same spaces. For example, as you look at your heart, your physical heart resides where the heart chakra is. And below that, where the fire energy is the diaphragm muscle and the stomach. And below that, where Swadhisthana is, can you feel the energy of flow? And beneath that, at the sacrum, at the base of your tail, where you're rooted now to the earth, the base chakra, Muladhara, where the organs of elimination and reproduction are. Look at your legs and see how they're crossed. Lift your gaze and send your legs out in front of you. Stretch them out. Remember how your legs are crossed or were crossed, and recross them with the opposite leg in the front if you can. Let's continue to stretch through the neck by reaching your left arm high into the air. Bend your left elbow over your head and touch the tip of your right ear and draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Can you feel the right ear? When we think about communication, we immediately maybe draw our awareness to our ability to communicate. But you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So perhaps we might accept that communication is twice as much information coming in, listening and taking in information, as it is the information that we share. Bring your left hand to the back of your head, turn your chin towards your left knee, breathe in, and as you exhale, draw your chin down at an angle, feeling the stretch through the side of your neck. Many of us who get caught up in our thoughts really get tight through the neck and the shoulder region. Perhaps our yoga practice teaches us silence, stillness, listening. Listen to your body. Slowly release, allow your hand to come off your head to float up, and your left hand to return to the knee or thigh. Second side, take your right hand, reach it for the sky, bend your elbow over your head, touch the tip of the left ear with your right fingertips, and then guide your right ear towards your right shoulder with the strength of your arm. Listen to your body. If this is uncomfortable, if anything's uncomfortable in your yoga practice, if it hurts, then it's no longer yoga, and you would relax and release from it. Continue to allow the right ear toward the right shoulder, feeling your body stretching, listening to the messages your body is telling you today. And then slowly transition your right hand to the back of your head and turn your chin towards your right knee and slowly lower your chin down at an angle. Feeling the gentle stretch now through the left side of the neck and down into the shoulder. Just noticing the sensation in your neck, in the throat chakra region, Vishuddha. And then releasing your hand from behind your head floats down, your hand floats down, your head floats up. The color associated with the fifth chakra is blue or turquoise, the energy, the lightness of ether. Let's find that lightness as we lift up nice and tall and move gently, slowly into a twist by taking your left hand to your right thigh, and your right hand comes behind your back and supports you there. Breathe in to find length and breathe out to begin to spiral and twist to the right. If it causes discomfort, unravel. If it feels good, grow tall, light, lift as you inhale. And as you exhale, begin to look behind you over your right shoulder. Breathe in to grow taller and breathe out to twist further. One more deep breath in and a deeper twist as the breath flows out. On your breath in, unravel, coming back to center, and begin to make your way to the second side by bringing your right hand to your left thigh and your left hand behind your back. Grow tall, lift, and light as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, begin to spiral and look to your left. Inhale to grow taller, and exhale, look behind you over your left shoulder. Stay with me. Breathe in to find length. Breathe out to go deeper. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, deepen. As you inhale, come back to center, releasing from the twist. While we're seated, let's shift the blanket out from beneath us and send our legs out to stretch them, move, release. So the lotus flower is representational of the chakras, and you may have noticed that the numbers keep increasing as we move up. So we arrive at the lotus flower with 16 petals. Bring the bottoms of your feet together to touch and allow your knees to fall open. Draw your heels in closer to your groin as you breathe in, and begin to gently hinge forward as you breathe out. Maybe as you reach forward, you reach for your feet and you give your feet a massage. The lotus flower grows from the mud, the muck, the earth, just like the base chakra element. And from this earth element, the flower roots grow up through water, through the second chakra, and seeking the light and fire of the sun as we move into the third chakra. And then we come into the heart as it starts to open and blossom with more and more petals. 16 flower petals as we get to the throat. Bow forward, drop your chin to your chest and round, honoring the base, the earth, and all the way up through your body. Feel your body surrendering forward. And then rise all the way up, rolling all the way up. Let's take the heels and move them away from the groin just a little bit, making a little more space, and maybe butterfly in a playful, light way, your knees up and down. Just kind of feel the loosening up of your body as you stretch. Nice. And then coming to stillness, lift and lengthen and exhale, honoring your body, what feels like a good stretch for your back, rounding your chin toward your chest, and just soften forward. Breathing and stretching, maybe even closing your eyes to get into the sensations of feeling in your body. You've been working so hard, just feel the stretch. And then slowly begin to round all the way up. Let's take our legs directly out in front of us. Pull the fleshy part of your seat back behind you. And if you can find it without too much struggle, grab your strap, grab your belt, and throw it over the bottoms of your feet for a little stretch. Pull back on the strap a little bit, stretch, and as you exhale, surrender forward. Listen to your body. If you're really tight in your back, soften your knees and fold. We've worked so strong. Feel your body stretching into all those tight places. Lower your chin to your chest, bowing your forehead toward your legs. Take a few more breaths here, getting into it, releasing into the stretch. And then rounding all the way back up. Set the strap aside. We will use it again later, so set it aside and move into tabletop onto your hands and your knees. Because we'll be in tabletop for a little while today and using our knees as a foundation, place a blanket beneath your knees. This gives your knees a little cushion, a little ease. Taking your palms out in front of you, right beneath your shoulders, knees about hip distance apart, palms shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers out nice and wide, and then breathe in to drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your chin off your chest, really stretching the neck. Feel the heart, the chest, the throat open, and as you breathe out, next exhalation, rounding chin to chest, squeezing the chin to your chest, stimulating your throat chakra. Here we go. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the gaze. This is called cow pose. And as you round the spine into the counter pose, find cat, like a scaredy cat on Halloween. Flow with me. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Keep it going, keep it flowing. Feeling your body stretching and releasing. Really trusting yourself as you flow a few more rounds on your own with the rhythm of your breath. One more round. And then come into a neutral tabletop position. Take your right foot and extend it to the back of the mat with your toes curled under. Press your right heel back, really stretching. Choose stillness if that's what your body's telling you it needs right now, or invite in movement by moving forward and back. When we communicate with our words to other people, there are some interesting statistics about communication. Let me share them with you. Let's come back to tabletop and take that hamstring stretch on the second side. Pick your left toes to the back of the mat with the left leg stretched out, nice and straight. Push the left heel back. So when you speak, the information is received in this way. 7% is the words you use. 38% is the tone of voice you speak with. 55%, more than half of what you say, is perceived by your body language. Think about that as you move forward and back a little bit, stretching. Really feeling the extension and the stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Now remember this stretch, we'll use it in our next posture. Come back to tabletop position and let's find our little bit of twist from this position. Take your right arm, sweep it up high. And as you exhale, slide your right arm underneath your left arm, threading the needle, and take your left hand and stretch it forward, and then take that hamstring stretch by taking your left foot to the back of the mat. Feel that delicious stretch, really opening up and stretching through the back of your left hamstring, feeling the stretch along the right side of your neck, and a gentle twist for the spine. Left shoulder stretching a little bit as the left hand reaches forward. Good. Let's come out of this gently, slowly in reverse order. Left knee to the mat, left palm in front of your face, and breathe in to take your right arm and reach it high, and then come back to tabletop. Second side, here we go. Take your left hand, reach it out to the left side, circle it up, and as you exhale, sweep your left arm underneath your right arm. Come to resting on your left temple, left shoulder. Stretch your right arm forward, and then reach your right leg back. Feel that same stretch. If it's not working, of course you wouldn't do it. Listen to your body. Breathe in the extra extension in the back of the right leg. Also through the right shoulder, right arm. Gentle twist to the spine. And a gentle neck stretch now for the left side of your neck. Coming out in reverse order, your right knee returns to the mat. Your right palm comes to the mat. The left hand unravels and reaches for the sky, and then come back to tabletop position. From tabletop position, gain a little extra arm strength. Spread your fingers wide, straighten the arms, curl your toes under. Here we go, our first downward facing dog. Take it up and back, stretch it out. Nod your head yes, turn your head no. Just moving your neck around. Good, maybe pedaling out the legs if that feels good for you.
pressing your heart back towards your thighs, really strong. Nice. Now, if you have a blanket beneath you, just be careful with it there and begin to walk over the blanket and come all the way to forward fold at the top of your yoga mat. As you come to forward fold, leave your feet separated a little or a lot and begin to stretch down over your legs. You can keep your hands touching the mat. You could hold opposite elbows. This version of forward fold is called ragdoll. So hang heavy, nod your head yes, turn your head no, come back to yes, finishing with a positive nod. And maybe sway side to side, nice and gentle. Good. Let's add a little twist here. Place your right palm between your 2 feet and then move it forward. And if you can't reach the floor, grab a block and place it under your palm. Begin to straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, and sweep your left hand high into a forward fold, gentle twist. Even turn your gaze up to the left hand if you like. Good. And then change it up, lowering the left hand down to the block or the mat. Begin to bend your left knee, start to straighten the right leg a little bit more. Reach your right hand high, stretching and reaching, even looking up to the right hand. Good. And then slowly lowering your right hand to the mat. From this position, bring your feet together to touch and slowly round up to standing, one vertebra at a time. As you come upright to standing, circle your arms overhead, find yourself in mountain pose. Let's do a little standing flow here. From mountain pose, you're rooted through the feet, you feel stable, relax your shoulders down. Good, lower your left hand down and stretch your right side body as you tilt over to the left. Breathe in to come back up to center and take it the other side. Right arm down, left side stretches over. Good. Couple breaths here and then come back up to center and lift your gaze up. Let your head fall back as you open into a gentle or a deep back bend. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale, come to forward fold all the way down. Here's where I recommend you grab your blocks, bring them into play, shift your body weight to the right foot, send your left foot to the back of the mat, and lower down to your left knee. Check your right knee to right ankle alignment. You want your knee either behind the right ankle or on top of, but try not to push it beyond, too much strain on the knee. From here, we're going to just shift forward a little bit, recheck the knee. You can take your blocks to any setting you like. Taking it easy today. Maybe you don't want blocks, and that's okay too. Roll your shoulders down and back. Press your pelvis forward. Lift your gaze upward. Really stretching the front of the left leg, the hip on the left side. Good. And lift your gaze up and stretch the front of your neck. Nice. Let's change this up into a counter stretch. You're going to start to shift your hips back, walk your blocks back with you, make them at whatever height seems to support you the best. Drop your chin to your chest and round down over the front right leg. Good. And then begin to lift your gaze, shifting forward, planting the blocks on either side. Curl the back toes under and step back to downward facing dog. Nicely done. Stretch it out. And then walk to the top of the mat. Bring your feet together and round all the way upright to standing. Once upright, breathe in and sweep your arms high over your head. Let's take our standing flow. Lower your left arm, stretch the right side of your body. With your next inhale, come back up to center, and as you breathe out, lower your right arm, stretch the left side of your body. Breathe in, reach up high, and as you exhale, look up, let your head drop back as you open your heart. Inhale brings you back up to center. Exhale, bow forward all the way down. Grab your blocks if you use them on the first side and take time to shift onto your left foot. Lift up your right leg and send it to the back of the mat and lower your right knee down to the mat. Adjust the blocks so that they match what you did on the first side and watch the knee to ankle alignment, realign. Once you feel good there, then start to push forward. And we're really thinking about what's going on in our throat today as we start to lift our gaze upward. Good, roll your shoulders down and back. Feel the front of your right hip. Can you feel that great stretch all of that hard work we've been doing day after day after day. We're now stretching nice and deep, balancing it out. And now begin to shift the other direction. Your hips start to pull back. Adjust the blocks so they match what you did on the first side, on the right side. Now here on the left side, pull your left toes back towards your nose and begin to bow down over the left leg, chin to chest as you lower a little deeper into the stretch. Really good. And then start to lift your gaze and shifting forward, releasing the blocks, slowly making your way to down dog by picking up the back knee, the right knee, and stepping back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Really good. From downward facing dog, let's lift the gaze and step all the way through to have a seat on our yoga mat. Nice. Take the blanket and maybe get it out of the way, or if you want it for a pillow later, you can lay that down there. Send your legs out in front of you. Pull the fleshy part of your tush back just a little bit. Let's do that forward fold stretch once again. We're done with the blocks for now, so I'll just kind of set those aside. So take your strap, put it around the balls of your feet. Maybe you notice you're a little more stretched out from those previous stretches, and shift your seat back a little bit. Breathe in to lift up and breathe out to fold forward. Drop your chin to your chest, round down over your legs. Just relax. Couple breaths here. And then slowly rise up, release the strap, and come to lying on your back. Bring the strap with you, all the way to your back. You can use your blanket as a pillow if you like. It lifts your chin a little bit towards your chest. If it causes discomfort, take it out of there, or maybe some of you really like that feeling. We're gonna take our feet up to the ceiling with the strap. So grab the strap, place it over the balls of your feet, and send your feet high. Rock a little side to side to massage the lower back. Maybe send your heels down a little bit at an angle so you really can feel the sacrum, get a good stretch there. Nice. And then slowly start to draw your legs up. Maybe rock a little side to side as you pull your toes toward your nose. Big stretch. Please feel free to keep your knees bent if you need to. Always take care of your body. Coming back to neutral, release the left leg from the strap, lay it down, all the way flat on the mat. Take both ends of the strap into your right hand, hold as close to the right foot as you can. Place your left hand on your left hip and open your right leg to the right. Really good stretch here. Your left hand helps you anchor the left hip so that your pelvis stays pretty flat on the mat as you open the hip. Let's bring the right leg up, switch the strap to your left hand, and guide your right leg across your body. Aren't these stretches delicious? We've really been working hard, so nice opportunity to counter stretch all that hard work. Let's bring the right leg back up into the air, release the strap, lower your right leg all the way down. Now pause for a moment. Doesn't it feel like your right leg just got longer than the left leg? Let's do that again, but we'll take it both legs in the air with the strap. Good, and then rock your legs a little side to side. Maybe lower your heels a little bit toward the mat as you rock side to side. Feels so good. And then take your legs up higher, maybe really pulling. Oh, good stretch. If rocking side to side works for you, do it here as well. And then come back to neutral. Lower your right leg all the way down to the mat. Both ends of the strap into the left hand, close to the left foot, right hand to the right hip so you keep the hips level, and slowly begin to open your left leg to the left. Big hip opening stretch here. Good. Feeling your breath flow nice and slow. And then slowly bring the left leg into the air, switch the strap to the right hand, and guide your left leg into a nice deep twist. Whew, you can bend the knee as needed or straighten it. Good. Big stretch. Excellent. And slowly bring your left leg back up into the air and take the strap off your left foot, slowly lowering your left leg next to the right. That's the extent of your core work today. Really working it. Good.
And hopefully both legs feel about the same length, right? We've evened it out, loosened up the hips, loosened it up. From here, I invite you to draw both knees into your chest and into your heart. Rock a little bit side to side, lengthening the lower back. And then reach between your legs and grab your feet for happy baby. As you grab your feet, you might rock a little bit side to side, just feeling your back stretch, feeling your hips open. Good, and then hugging both knees into your chest. Place your feet on the mat beneath your seat. All right, we're gonna stimulate the throat chakra one more time before we come to resting. And in order to do bridge and fish pose, they counter stretch, you need to remove the blanket from behind your head, so no prop there. Be mindful if you have injury to the neck like whiplash in the past. We've done bridge before, so let's do it again. We're gonna place both feet beneath the seat, about hip distance apart. If you were to reach down with your fingers, you might be able to touch your heels. Shimmy your shoulders beneath you just a little bit more. Please keep your gaze neutral and lift your hips up into the air. Press your chest toward your chin. Feel the squeeze at the base of your throat. Good. Take a couple more breaths here. Would you like to join us, Oliver? You could. You'll have to sit. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. You know how to sit. And then lower all the way down. Moving into fish pose. I'm going to move Oliver out of the way before we get into this, because if fish pose is not a posture you are familiar with, please observe it before you do it. That's a spot for you, Oliver, so you can sit right there. There you go, right here. Sit down. Good. All righty, so to come into fish pose, let's come up to seated. From a seated position, place your palms close to your seat and lower down to your elbows, okay? If you don't know this pose, maybe watch me do it first. From there, I'll extend my legs out, lift my chest up, and then drop my head back. So my elbows are about shoulder width apart, and I'm dropping my head back. Some people put the top of their head to the mat. I'd rather you not. I want you to protect your neck by lifting your gaze up and overhead as your chest lifts toward the ceiling and your head drops back. Good. Come out gently by drawing your chin to your chest. Release your elbows from beneath you. And from there, I ask you to relax into Shavasana. Onto your back. Open your legs as wide as the width of your mat or wider. Take up some space. Open your arms out a little bit wider. Close your eyes and settle in. So as you begin to settle into this posture, Shavasana, relaxation pose, closing your eyes, let go of controlling your breath. Settle in and listen to your body. In our Western culture, we get very caught up in our thoughts and that level of communication. And intelligence is important. But maybe shift your perspective rather than what you're thinking about to what you feel to be true. Learn to trust your body. Listen to the messages that your heart is telling you, that your gut is saying. And respond in life to what you feel in the essence of your body. As you soften and relax onto your mat, soak up the goodness of all the delicious stretches that we've done. As you move deeper and deeper within yourself through the practice of yoga, you learn more and more to trust yourself. You learn to trust your truth and speak your truth. You learn to listen and take in information that resides as truth in your heart. If you feel ready for this, begin to wake up your body by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. If it feels right, gently rock your head from side to side. feeling the movement in the neck and in the throat. And then bring yourself into a full body stretch by reaching your arms over your head and your toes extend even beyond the end of your mat. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, draw your knees into your chest and into your heart space. Hug yourself tightly. Bring your forehead close to your knees and feel the squeeze at the base of your throat. And then soften and roll on to whatever side feels good. And from your side body, gently press yourself upright to seated. And once you come to seated, bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Lower your chin to your chest. What a wonderful practice to share the inspiration from Vishuddha, the fifth chakra, the energy and element of ether, feeling lighter than air. I hope your practice has inspired you to listen. And when you speak, to choose kind and loving words and always speak your truth. Draw your fingertips up so that they touch your lips. And now your hands in prayer position are in alignment with your throat chakra. I hope you found some balance there. Draw your thumb knuckles up until they touch the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. At the end of our practice, we bow to the truth in each of us. From my heart to yours, namaste. In addition to practicing yoga, you could chant, sing, hum, feel the energy in your throat. Using crystals or wearing turquoise, my favorite jewel to wear, or carrying it in your pocket, reminding you to speak your truth and to listen. And also, one of my favorite essential oils is lavender oil. And lavender oil, what a sweet and lovely scent, is said to help balance the throat chakra. Now, I alluded to the fact that there is more than just this energy, that there are vital organs in your body or clusters of nerves and blood vessels at the chakras. And this book by Tyus Little called Yoga of the Subtle Body explains in greater detail the organs of your body and how they relate to the energy in your body, the vital energy, the chakras. So I will leave a link for this book at the bottom of this video. So if you want to know more about this, I highly recommend you check this out. You could purchase it for yourself. And boy, thanks so much for joining me for the 30-day yoga challenge, joining me on Free Yoga Club, and joining me here. Share with your friends, make comments below. Thank you so much.